even more pain at the pump.
I haven't seen these type of prices in all my life.
Coming with the unofficial start to summer. Candidates vying to challenge Governor DeSantis, taking part in a South Florida forum. And after fire on the high seas.
And a room steward unlocked the door and screamed, "Run to deck 4."
Passengers return to the Sunshine State. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Paloma Pimentel.
I'm Amanda Gray. Today is Tuesday, May 31st, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
It's nerve-wracking to know that a 10-year-old or 11-year-old would think of something like that.
Grade school scare in Southwest Florida. The student accused of making the threat just 10 years old. The fifth grader is in legal trouble this morning after he was arrested for threatening a mass shooting at his elementary school in Cape Coral.
The boy who was arrested Saturday is accused of sending alarming text messages to a friend to conduct a mass shooting at Patriot Elementary. The threat was just a few days after the Uvalde, Texas tragedy.
The question the state's going to have to figure out, is he competent? Or does he rise to the level of being able to make those decisions?
The 10-year-old was placed in a juvenile detention center. Authorities are now investigating if this was simply a cry for attention or if there was an actual plan in place to take action. Gas prices hit record high every day for the past week, and everyone is feeling the pain. As Yvette Franco from our DC Bureau reports, rising gas prices may prompt Americans rethinking summer vacation plans.
With summer approaching, experts predict the price of gas is only going to get more expensive, making Americans' families reconsider their summer road trips.
I haven't seen these type of prices in all my life.
The temperature won't be the only thing going up this summer.
As we progress beyond Memorial Day, I now peg our odds at $5 a gallon gasoline nationwide at 60%, so that could be coming.
As American families head into the summer driving season, the national average for a gallon hit $4.60 according to Gas Buddy.
You know, I won't do quick trips down to Florida to see family and stuff in the car, and I'll probably limit some of my plane travel just until everything drops back down.
Since the invasion of Russia in Ukraine, the cost of gasoline increased around 30%, and Americans are feeling a big pinch in their pockets.
Energy costs are way too high. The president's taken some steps to ease that by the release of our reserves. We recognize the international circumstances of war in Ukraine and that energy prices are not determined here in the United States, but we need to do more about it.
According to Gas Buddy, demand usually starts to fall in August, which could help bring the cost of gas down. However, hurricane season could play spoiler.
The above average hurricane forecast, that is a high risk that we could see prices remaining elevated basically through Labor Day.
As of yesterday, California had the most expensive gas across the nation, according to AAA. Kansas is the least expensive. Reporting for the South Florida Media Network, Yvette Franco.
A chaotic weekend for people traveling in and out of Miami this Memorial Day weekend. FlightAware tracked an estimated 6,000 flight cancellations on Sunday. More than 500 flights traveling in or out of the U.S. were canceled. The carriers blame cancellations on bad weather and air traffic control actions that took place on Friday.
Governor Ron DeSantis is running unopposed on the Republican side in this year's primary election, but there are 3 Democrats vying to challenge him in the general election. As the network's Christopher Gomez reports, they met at a forum in North Miami Beach over the weekend.
Good morning, Paloma. It's great to be with you this morning. So yeah, there are 3 candidates running for the Democratic nomination for governor. Former Governor Charlie Crist, who's currently a U.S. representative out over in St. Petersburg, Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, and State Senator Annette Taddeo. They discussed a wide range of issues at that forum in North Miami Beach that you were talking about, but there were really 2 issues that stood out to me the most. First off, they spent the entire night talking about how they were the opposition to Governor Ron DeSantis, how Governor Ron DeSantis was doing things wrong, and they were going to be the ones that were going to do things right. They even said at one point that no matter who wins this Democratic nomination, the Democrats have to vote for them against the current governor. Take a listen to what the candidates had to say.
He's wrong on women. He's wrong on blacks. He's wrong on the environment. He's wrong on public education. He's wrong on doing the right thing. He's just dead wrong Ron.
We have to have a candidate that people go out and vote for, not simply to vote against him being bad.
And secondly, they discussed gun reform in the wake of the shooting in Uvalde, Texas. I mean, Governor Ron DeSantis has pledged to sign constitutional carry if the legislature would sign it, and they are absolutely opposed to that. All of them pushed for an assault weapons ban. Now let's hear what they had to say on gun reform.
We would indeed ban assault weapons. We know you don't need weapons of war to actually go hunting. The only hunting you do with those weapons is hunting of people.
I promised that if I became commissioner, that I would be kicking the NRA out of my office, and we did that. We made sure that every single person who had a concealed weapons permit had a complete and thorough background check.
And now I want to talk to you a little bit about how the race is shaping up right now. In a Real Clear Politics average of polling, Charlie Crist is at 41%, Nikki Fried at 22%, and Annette Taddeo all the way down to 4%. She's in a distant third place. And that's why there's a huge rumor going around that she's going to actually drop out of this race and run against incumbent Maria Vera Salazar in Florida's 27th district. I got a chance to catch up with her afterwards, and a non-answer from Senator Taddeo.
It's good to be wanted, and it's obvious that I have a lot of strengths that a lot of people would like to see me in different places. So I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with that.
Talks a lot without saying much. I'm Christopher Gomez in the Control Center. Back to you guys.
Passengers are relieved to be back in Port Canaveral after their Carnival cruise ship caught on fire. More than 2,000 people were on the cruise ship Freedom when the fire broke out. The passengers had to get off the ship in Grand Turk, where they waited for the Conquest, a different ship, to pick them up. Brevard resident Sammy Martin shared that everyone remained calm when the fire began.
But it was calm, and we were already docked, so we felt kind of safe. But and transferring to the other ship was a smooth transition.
Freedom's next 3 sailings have been canceled as the cruise ship undergoes necessary repairs at the Grand Bahama shipyard.
A strange case of attempted vandalism involving the Mona Lisa.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
It's insane just thinking that we have it here in Orlando.
An exciting art exhibit arrives in the Sunshine State, but it has investigators looking into its authenticity. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
You really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's insane just thinking that we have it here in Orlando.
Excitement and investigation, Central Florida hosting what could be either the decade's most artistic discovery or the decade's boldest case of art fraud. The FBI is looking into the authenticity of Basquiat paintings at the Orlando Museum of Art.
This exhibit has been attracting visitors from all over the world, but a New York Times article featured interviews from people in the art world who questioned whether the 25 paintings were really done by Basquiat. Orlando Museum of Art Director and CEO Aaron DeGroff defends the exhibit and the authenticity of the artwork. The 25 paintings are currently being investigated by the FBI's art crime team. A man has been arrested in Paris after smearing frosting all over the Mona Lisa. The 36-year-old entered the Louvre Museum in a wheelchair, which he used as a disguise to get close to the painting. Once he was close enough, he proceeded to smear cake frosting all over the protective glass of the Mona Lisa. The painting was not damaged, and the man was immediately arrested and taken to a psychiatric infirmary in police headquarters.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Amanda Gray.
And I'm Paloma Pimentel. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.